Hello, Physics Nation. My name is Nate Larmond, and I'd like to do the second video associated with the experiment, or the observational study, I guess I should say. Does height affect walking pace? So, in the last video, we took a look at Tay and Ethan's video breakdown. We took a look at Ariana's video breakdown. We took a look at the checklist, the sort of criteria that your work is going to be graded using. And I showed you the Google form where I'm going to harvest your height and your walking pace data. And so here's the concept. I erased the names. Please do put your name. I got to figure out, who's actually doing this experiment and who's not doing this experiment. But I made it anonymous. I stripped it of the personal data. And so now, well, I actually made a copy. So you go to File, make a copy, and then I stripped it of its identifying information. Go to Share and change to anyone with a link. Right, because it's now anonymous, anyone with a link is fine. It can be public. I really don't care. I'm going to copy the link. The link is now in my clipboard. So what's supposed to happen is I'm going to come to the weekly dialogue, the little orange and blue bubbles, and I'm going to say classroom set of height and walking pace data. Okay, so then we hit the link button, right click, paste, and what should I call it? Old sample set from 2017, and then I post. So if you go to the weekly dialogue, you can grab this hyperlink and you should be able to open this. Let me see. Did I make it view only? I hope I made it view only. Yeah. Anyone on the internet with this link can view. So, be careful. Let's see. You can make them an editor. You can give them commenting rights. So whenever you share a Google file with somebody, check out the settings. I just want you guys to see this stuff, but you're going to make your own spreadsheet. So that's really the heart of this video. I think this is maybe the first spreadsheet some of you guys have done. So, Excel is a superior product. I don't want to get into the whole Microsoft Google debate here, but we're a Google school, so we're going to do both. All right, let's do a sheet to start things off because, maybe you're looking at a Chromebook right now. It's all good. They both have their attributes, good attributes, bad attributes. Anyway, click the little rainbow plus and then click the Google Sheet. And like everything, we're going to get our name on it. Oh, Control plus is how you zoom in and zoom out. I'm visually impaired, so I'm going to Control plus a couple times. What is the date? It is September 7th for me. And we need a title. We need to sort of restate the question. How does height affect walking pace? All right, so I want to put height in centimeters as the first column. And I want to do pace in meters per second as the second column, because that's the graph I'm going to create. Except it's in this kind of jumbled up, wacky form that Google Forms produces. So all I'm going to do is just cut and paste this whole thing, and then we're just going to grab whatever we want. So you can left click and drag to highlight the whole deal, or well, let me do that first. Hang on. So let's put this off to the right. Boom. Control V is paste, or you can right click and paste. There are lots of different ways. Values only, format, whatever. Let's do one trick at a time right here. So another way to select a big series like that, I can't even scroll left anymore. Oh well. Forget the other way. What I want are people's heights. That's this column right here. All right, and then we do Control C for copy. put it right here. And all of that actually looks really clean. No problems. Walking pace, however, is a different story. I'm going to do equals, and then I'm going to do distance. This guy, that's how far they walked. For mine, it says J5. And then divided by is the slash, and then here is time, except as you can see, they put words in here, so we're going to have some issues with that. So J5 divided by K5 for our first formula. Oh no, it doesn't like it. Right, because you can't have numbers and text in a formula. It only wants numbers. Hey, there we go. So this person, wow, is a power walker. 2.36 meters per second. That's crazy. All right, well, here's the whole reason we use spreadsheets. You can grab this little autofill handle in the lower right here. Let me zoom in again. If you mouse over this, the little white pointer changes into a black cross. It's called the autofill handle. So you're going to left click and hold that and pull it on down. And boom. Okay, so we've got some other problems. Let's clean up the distance and time data. Like we did a different experiment. Okay, so let's delete that. These people did do 8 meters, but they put in their units. The unit should only go in the column heading, not next to the data. All right, we cleaned that up. Oh, their time's messed up too. They put their units next to their data. It's no big deal. We just got to come in and clean up the set a little bit. Okay. Now is everything cleaned up? No, this one has meters in it. Whoops. Now is everything cleaned up? From the heater. I don't know what that means. I got to delete that, unfortunately. So we got to delete this data set. This one it doesn't like. Oh, this one has a S in for seconds. It's no good. This guy has unit labels. Unit labels are great, but not in the data set itself, not in the little numerical matrix. In the column headings, yes, please do include units. Okay, do we have, whoops, we did a different experiment. Right, so we just got to delete that mess. 0 divided by 0, let's just get rid of that completely. Okay, so let's highlight X and Y. And then we hit Insert, and then we hit Chart. And we don't want a line chart, we want a scatter plot. Wow, this is pretty weird. Okay, let me see. Use row 1 as headers. I think we do want to use that. Use column A as labels. Yes, we do want that. So sometimes Google chooses your independent variable and dependent variable and labels, and this is pretty nice. This is close to where we're at. The default title is Y versus X, pace as a function of height. That's our first walker. That was my sort of shocking observation. 2 1/3 meters per second is an outlier. So the higher the data is up on the y-axis, the faster the walker is. The further right along the x-axis is, the taller they are. So this is a pretty interesting set. Maybe that's enough for the second video on how does height affect walking pace. We cut and paste the data from the Google form spreadsheet into our personal spreadsheet, and we had to snip some unit labels from the data set itself so that the spreadsheet could graph it numerically. And like I said, maybe that's enough for the second video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.